Cause at the end of the day, the tide slave and continue to press on. The mind stay contained in the storage to invest on. Load up the file, confess, suppress on. I just address raw, understand that onslaught governed by law was the first recognizable flaw. Primordial beats falling into place and all. Triggered aggression when configured, decayed. Strong strings regain volumes of folders preserved to withdraw. Assertive to its purpose versus met the primal protocol. Reserving to specific design, but ain't labeled to all. Back in the day to prevent installs. A tall order, proper exposure, a pause for a plot. Automated creation like midnight mirage. Flooded system victim to the rhythm, mind embracing the clock. Still brainstorming at the podium, concentrated through all. And convert the steady stream, pouring, flowing out your clarion. Process like Celeron, capacitors conducting the charge. Transfer the digital hard drive large. Difference in device, scratching up the surface scarred. From imitated bytes to star for them borrowed bars. Process like Celeron, capacitors conducting the charge. Transfer the digital hard drive large. Difference in device, scratching up the surface scarred. From imitated bytes to star for them borrowed bars. A branch from a structure deeply rooted. Lectures booted from files engraved in a slave use was therapeutic. I scan the vibes for the tainted buckles feuded. Lately recruited the tools to keep the vocals fluid. Meds had me feeling like the #1 pursuer till I took a small break and realized these choppers viewing. Infrared tuning, badge abusing, and my falsely accusing. I'll never know of technological intrusion. The path I have chosen at times confusing, but understand the drive state holds relation to the music. Remain a shoe-in for surveillance cause the alias was using pockets bruising, funded city military cruising. I'm just a student of this life in the new age ruins. Must be amusing to see us fight for the portions not included. Struggle grueling, keep it moving, pay your taxes for improving. Program antics ruling, no confusing.
So tell us about the story, about information, about how true is it to the real, would you say it is?
Close to the fact as we could get it. He became the economic engine that put Slave Cave on the map and made it was a slave. And he explored the cave extensively and found about the cave and made it on the map of American wonders. And of course today we can go down and see the Slave Cave, which is, as you say, not far away.
And you've explored his cave for years, I understand.
That's correct. I thought about that, and that's the dilemma of a writer. It has to be told in first person. He is really one of the first systematic explorers who came to do this. Underground.
And it's entertaining as well. And learning about caving, which I think you stress the importance of what to do and what not to do in a cave, because you followed his path.
That was most of the research, had to do with going to the places that he went to, including in the way that he actually did it. There have been many stories and legends over time that he risked death at every move, but really we found exactly how it was done, and that's revealed in the mix.
Does that have anything, can you say? Did he try to escape?
No, he never did.
We can represent differences in the audible waves and see their different modes of voice from another, and recognize the characteristic sounds of various vocal folds of the sound waves and distinguish from the complex sounds reflected back and forth.
Golden high life in the left, phantom sterling to the right. Ingredient to right, had delivery off slight, but just a touch on bass and reflect upon I might rehearse amongst myself with the dream of taking flight across the conquered lands with the skills in a mic. Brought to the surface like the lemon in my pint. Must anoint the passage, integrity with might. Also increased annually, day and night. Manually adjust, dog and man to in this fight. Overcoming hype, slapping strikes down the line. Still jotting rhymes in the dark rooms, close your blinds. Blinded by reality, the course and the time. Still a jack of all trades, but master of none. I slaved through the decade with synthesized drum. Plot thickens and feel there's nowhere else to run but to my one subject notebook to free the thoughts that overrun. Daily decision, obstacles succumb. My grasp lay numb as the ink in my pen transcends. Here's the melody that riles lines dance. Spark a fuse in your chord, extend the 7 cents. Practice quick defense, stay poised with the champion finesse. Sweat from the gland intense, keep my stature, avoiding fracture, during my offense. I commence cats, rockin' spots, non-profit. Peep the logic, I hide and seek the knowledge. According to the rhythm, still absorbing vision constant. And you never said we lost it, cause that's my shit. My man Sith, rocking with the slave, convinced to enhance script. Performing is relentless, combination reckless. Tableism, vocalist, strive to perfect this. Hit from slave cave, open the brain. Times are countless, sessions noticed, over range. Media, under strange, unexplained. Sense the range, so agree we never stray. The grain, running through the vein. Ozmik on the strings, the team had campaigned. Mix of untouchable waves, birth of the slave cave. Will remain and stay the place to reign.
His palace is there on the square, but where he can be found, I can't tell you. One man could help you. An old slave who served at the bottom of the dead end behind the palace.
An old slave thrown away, records still display. Projected image engraved, 9 lives to display. Recycle, rebirth, avoiding terminal decay. I'll find another shelf for the ghost to relay. Through cave writings and script, have little or no mistake. I betray a vague percentage, a few rhymes heard to date. Classified, engaged, recording, dragon chain. My hands holding bars and my feet remain enslaved, but easily rearranged, cakewalk, defining mental state. So I spectate this rate of progression in advancement state. A primal phase, exceeding all delay. Branching out your system while your speakers relay. Dynamic play, the bass port pump and sound aggressively escape. Encryption never decode, this drop buried in rage. Digital interface, tracing documents back to golden age. A slave encrypted palace of waves. Sound through the halls upon the maze of domain. And still conquer sound check obstacles. Framed in audio reciprocal. Endless outlet conditions grow my mind, stay transitional. Branch beyond the general, straight feeling impeccable. Return to the vast mainland, the streets and avenue. Mixtapes push revenue, rush dates will level you. All reality endless in this 562. Got the West Coast monarch on the track, reppin'
White Sparrow. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Word to the Wu-Tang and the fucking Ozzy brothers. I'm closer than close and it's sweeter than sweet. But I don't let it go to my head, I just eat. Cause it's no pain, no gain. Black butterfly, tender kisses in the candy rain. The race ain't to the swift or the strong. Primal, let the music play and the beat goes on. Christ Sparrow, can you make it like it was? With the look of love, funkin' for Jamaica with the Tom Brown buzz. It's gotta be real, like Dr. Neil. Keep rising to the top to catch a dick kill. Don't ever stop chasing your dreams, or embracing being happy is a dangerous thing. When the real world starts off screen and your thoughts all spring, make your peasants or a king. That's when you take your broken wings and learn to fly. Make it do what it do, or die. Same as it was. Right. Same as it will be.
Underground, where I'm at. I love it. I stay to the damn job with the underground. Wu-Tang's underground kings forever. Everybody knows that. Remain in the lodge.
Yeah, justify. It's what it is. Justify. Man, this thing is right here with Primal. You know we do California. You know, it's that stool. that slum goo. It's that dude. You know we do.
A slave hard drive primarily just stores data. A slave hard drive primarily just stores data.
Steady digging in my archive when temporary vision die. I must compromise, improvise off the temple time. The clock ticks a prime, automation rewind, bringing it back so I can measure my rhyme. I'm flying, no virus penetrate my slave drive. No gimmick, no critical conniving to my genuine. Ozmik quantized, avoiding overdrive. Cruising the 98, take modified, bumping that electrifying tone. Equalize, sipping on a 24, otherwise blown. Enhanced, hypnotized for surveillance and drone. Wise to be known, never leave me alone. Just let the Sony explode. Still silencing the metronome, avoiding drama episode. Rocking the sets, no dozing intellectual. And sound check the spectacles, stay clear of all correctional services. But nervous kids still spitting the choruses of rawness, still absorbing this, never left feeling fortunate. Spit with my affiliates with pride announcing alias.
A slave hard drive primarily just stores data. A slave hard drive primarily just stores data.
I'm storing data for now and later. Digi capacity greater, hacker invader. You see me through the walls as a stone raider, but now a business creator. Technological tools to keep the components in order. Escape the slaughter, my material binds and blasts like mortar. Shooting down the vultures with this underground culture. All that is left was sulfur, just a freelancer composer. Dwelling in the city of flowers, charging 12 back by the hour. True fools have the power, enhance sound scheme and devour amongst the prowlers that dream to keep me suffering and taxing multiple dollars. Wouldn't it be amazing to feel free without the black and white silkworm harassing me? Microphone check one. Perceive the chorus that never flourished, still preserving the nourished. Lost script that the masses had refurbished. Product dispersing, promising for frequency coherently through a slave drive technology. Breaking news advisory, the elements of OG hip hop return catastrophically. Perceive the chorus that never flourished, still preserving the nourished. Lost script that the masses had refurbished. Product dispersing, promising for frequency coherently through a slave drive technology. Breaking news advisory, the elements of OG hip hop return catastrophically.
You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is all around us.
It's Primal slave with an adjustable cable. Sickle game, still one and the same, and never change. It's the essence of my range, ain't it strange? I proclaim innovation for gain. Let me refrain from this famous situation. Still slaving frustration, bringing out the best representation out my station for years of hibernation. Now time for invasion, just to mention. Antibiotic for your infection, cleanse with correction of past mistaken. Hear my message raw till the streets collapse. Still appreciate the blessings that interact, explaining life through rap. Now I'm picking up the slack from rough draft. Backslash any opposing attack. Clash with rap to enhance my graph. Blaring sound, pound for pound, react. Not only physical, mostly critical. Thought exact, and it gets traditional with medicinal and a little help from my 36 pack. on your can will detach. My musician stamp, trademark impact. My rat and rape, Primal slave through the files he saves, bookmarked on the page of his current portrayed. Present significant to amaze through all weather, sun rays and gray days.
Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
I gather my thoughts and got my drop set to hip-hop. Repetitive takes with variations of bass that drop. I know everything's been dropped, but it's a project in itself to show the masses what the primal waves are about. No flip-flop, won't be changing the world with any superior plot. Just a passion for that music that I just can't seem to stop. The tempo is caught under a different speed indeed that would normally clock. Brain cells distraught, arms on the clock, spinning circles daily over herds of flock. Numerical sought out, message I brought while written rhymes throughout en route. Dwelling in caves he found, pressures of rush days to fail. I won't pout, just how the movement's about. Blowing out the speakers with bounce, never go stale. Breaking the frail leaves on his trail without envious foes. Moving with the speed of snails, dismount any appetite for hatred I reroute. Destinations with help from an organized, orchestrated squad who felt the movement in the same upbringing his team, no doubt. Project creation, an end to your elimination. Situation multiplication, no complication in this long-term renovation. Still building a boss, no preparation, just steady straight maintaining the raw with this unseen formation. On any occasion, I let loose on imitation. Watered down filtration, no match for the slaving. A given, exacto incision, no executive decision to interfere with my vision of this origin that I originate and set it from the gate. That my head will never inflate, no matter the tape or crate I partake in. It's my primal origin that leads with the man to settle in. This mark I left embedded in, real creation left amongst men, and enhance my rookie disc, who dare to defend. My underground is storming in, reforming trends, focus your lens. Peace slave is backing on the rise again. Before you draw your guard and appear to defend, understand this harmonized, shift the level, pitch bends. Simply to intend the universal descends with the motion of my pen, expiration extends. Before you draw your guard and appear to defend, understand harmonize, shift the level, pitch bends. Simply to attend the universal descends with the motion of my pen, expiration extends.
My son would be a slave. His hands would be gnarled and broken. His back scarred. If you believe that men and women are cattle to be driven under the lash, you are not my son.
The styles in my profile hasn't changed for a while, but the files in my intel been enhancing since a child. Wiring the tracks through the free trials. Just a kid with the hunger for that underground empire, with desire to retire with the sound I admire. Not an imitated race, begging to expire. Seen it in attire, head to toe, crossing primal. Like my title, go through trial, kept me relevant and vital. Pertaining to survival, growing up, spinning in my tribal. The art form motivated, constant rotated vinyl. The outcome, just a recording wino. Relinquishing the thoughts that infect and make his mind slow. So I simplify the waves, interact through this microphone. Hardly leaving alone, staying prone to my tone. Developing frequencies when my temple uploads. My slave driving folks.
Frukwan, high tense rays of oblivion. From Medina through the west coast prime meridian. From the border when you dip hot steel. Triple the effect, nigga, push like wheels. Still puffin' icky cause I like how it feels. Don't need a 215, I grow up from the fields. My homie P Slave knew him back in the days to help another nigga resurrect from the grave.
It's a unique collaboration. I don't know of any other collaboration, say, that's been set up in a similar way.
Yo, my mental design, story concept refined. Prime example of collabo builds this monument through rhyme. Underrate my fine tune, audio grind. I leave that vivid raw quantized stuck on your mind. My mental design, story concept refined. Prime example of collabo builds this monument through rhyme. Underrate my fine tune, audio grind. I leave that vivid raw quantized stuck in your mind.
In the new world is the human figure standing inside the three-dimensional cube. The inscriptions are located on the walls of the cave. Inside the cave are a number of ancient old world inscriptions in the new world that illustrate that these God-given abilities have always been considerable.
Night rises when the sun falls, obscurity calls, my name whispers through halls, echo through the cave, alliance, primal slave. From earthly torment days to present sun rays of my knowledge, beware you must know. This mind holds danger knowledge from the missing scrolls. Hardly speak, yet in many ways communicate. Musically, weapon of choice to annihilate. I think freely out loud, loud-minded. Fuck what those cowards think, they all speak blinded. Ancient oracles, revelations unsung. Some possessed by the cadence of the eloquent tongue. Interact, risk, California code blue. Stand true, plays on map, 562 crew. West Coast heavyweight and honorable stamp. Foundation cemented, revamp, sudden death camp.
This is where I'll end speak. Passages of concrete, rap sheets, hold lovely lyrics how we speak. Microphone grips, spade, handwritten manuscripts.
With precision coexisting with that tricolor spit. Eloquence, yeah, through nightfall we post up like drywall. Inscripting images since kids, now that the sound sprawl across the expired install. Hear the irregular song in a definitive raw. The blind still saw extreme withdrawal when the hard drive fall. Rely upon the slave avoiding access memory store. And I discovered the talent and was born with the balance. The skills that developed through the years we embellished. The slave practice passage, the night painted canvas. Inspired from the trade, he produced his first classic. Didn't relate to masses but revealed to his classmen. Got Primal on the horn who had seen the glow advancement.
This is where I'll end speak. Passages of concrete, rap sheets, hold lovely lyrics how we speak. Microphone grips, spade, handwritten manuscripts.
With precision coexisting with that tricolor spit.
So in my process, invoke the strength of my essence. Melodic dark song live after my absence. What lies ahead after end of our existence. In mystic sight, endless thoughts of merry remembrance. Such a salute at the sight of my emergence. Gather the crowds, feel the vibes from the audience. Open the gateways from the shades of caves. Unification of the night and the slave. Spread my message, chant wordage from my passage. Puncture the mind, paint a descriptive image. My innermost soul harms and causes havoc. The solid strums played but now of the Ozmik. Enter the galleries of expertise. Travel through the underground rap frequencies. Straight mastery, burn coats of the coven. The night shades are as black as a raven. As a raven. As a raven.
They indicate that the cave was used for inscriptions. They were more motivated to use their abilities to explore the entire world. However, the oddest element among the figures also appears.
Slave to hip-hop, Crisis the sharpshooter. What up, Primal? Black Knights. What Black Knights? Yeah. Let them know. We at it again. The truth. Niggas ain't got nothing for me. Bitches adore me, show they loyalty. Go make that bread come back and spoil me. That's how it goes when you're dealing with royalty. Queens in the concrete jungle say they feeling my poetry. Heavenly songs got in my heart, gun in my palm. For you fake niggas that come at me wrong, play like Saddam. That's how we on it. Niggas don't want it, please believe me. My nasty dogs know if it easy. It's our turn, our time to shine. We can go rhyme for rhyme or crime for crime. Black Knights all the time. Niggas know I'm down for mine, so stop frontin'. Stuntin' like you're tight or something. Knowing besides the shoes, you fools ain't running son of nothing is on. I'ma hold it down, the dirt come home. Modern day pirate, wild and violent, style defiant. Flow so cold, bring Jigga out of retirement. Not just these hoes, we got niggas admiring.
Don't trust religion and only believe in science. The Megalo men, a sword hacking stone giant. An age the savage, I study poison and ancient magic. Biohazard contaminants infecting all the masses. Devastating results every time I make passage. They pry bars on my cage, Calico lurks astray. Men are left slain from episodes of primal rage. This malice, hate, and bane is all I got for brains. A sinister crew, Mr. Immune to pain and talk strange. A band of thieves, I create my own bots. I travel down to Soundtown, sharpening clever thoughts. The last rebel natives, tribes fell to enslavement. Collect government payments, emotions of thorny payment. Reppin' block banger, also known as the Maimer. Fire aimer at the danger, watch her find a way safe. You can call me Calico.
Timing the factor when combining various chapters. Diversify file transfers, the moment captured. Precision from the sharpshooter master. Street broadcaster with the nice stature, signature grammar. Diminishing slander with the stripes of a commander. Calico with the literature, holding theory set to venture. This lecture superior, PSI, hold the pressure. Slave the aggressor, heard it through the condenser. No flaws in my sectors, my drive holds the date of my oppressor. No level but investor, even when the critics confess and pester. How I drop the cream and will dream on an artist like a director. A trade contender that's laid upon the temple of measures. Primal still remain clever. Remember, it's never too late to relate the culture. Don't surrender, don't surrender.
And no surrender, it still is. A sacred memory finally summoned the courage to try and break through. But enshrined with that glorious cry of no surrender, the memory too is, in the long run, always on his own. And it's in that sense that in the minds of many people today, the siege is still not over.
In my younger day, repeated shades of grey hovered over this young brown youth's head for days. Staring out the window, watching rain display. The feeling in my brain intrigued since the boy was entertained by natural disarray and reflection of waves. And the beat bouncing puddles on his driveway. The same ground was paved and it constant engraved. The scars embedded in his back from breaking on the floor, concave the mock spray. The price to pay, a slave life in the box, gave the windows and shades. Seclusion and proof is only a chance to escape, but still grounded and bound to reality's take. Civilization to frustrate the drive in this man. Mass limitations will stand. Reformation was misinterpreted, cause it was never really gonna be part of the plan. Division to expand, strings to command. Exported like underground contraband. Imported pianos with grand visions, fueling riles to shake the cans with acts. The savage ruling rails through lands with vivid. Primal incorporate the art of seduction and hands uplifted. Pictures provision assisted by the laws never to be lifted. Shackled and call it invisible salves to remain to be acquitted.
When we look at the sky here, what do you see? Or actually, what do you feel? Do you feel something by watching this sky? Like a pressure going on in your head?
When rain fell, the kid felt the urge to pounce. On the mic stand, the B-boy stance will advance from 24 rounds to ball counts of sufficient amounts. Redirect the ground moves with that rhythmic announce. When rain fell, the kid felt the urge to pounce. On the mic stand, the B-boy stance will advance from 24 rounds to ball counts of sufficient amounts. Redirect the ground moves with that rhythmic announce.
Sometimes it's very good to actually go outside and see what you're feeling. Does this look totally normal? Do you feel something in your stomach, in your solar plexus, in your mind, in your head, in your heart, in your legs, in your toes? What do you feel? And what do you see?
it's all directed and it's all manipulated and it's all with a consensus. A very beautiful pattern, actually. But please pay attention to what you're going to witness now, because it's quite interesting really to see and then to start being more aware, start paying more attention, and thereby start becoming more conscious. Because when we know what things are, we will not be so much influenced by them, because we can change our thoughts, we can change our feelings, and thereby we can change our reality, so we will not be part of the global game, you can say, the global mind control game.
Sudden motherfucking death, motherfucking war chief, primal slave. Let's go.
Infinite rhyme creation at the start line. Held a mind in a time, making it hard to define. Sometimes blind, no perception. Divine repetitious loops invading, times infectious. Still debating, dropped out peace, still lurking, escalating in a possible conversion, changing faces. It's still mainly impatience, causing false interpretation. On occasion, bracing impact after lacing rest, blessed
Torment
sensations.
injected from tools of primitive cultures neglected and fed lies to the kids, programming seeds. A one-world economy, disease drenched in the city streets of scum and poverty. Underworld basement, shepherd the world of earthquakes. The poets spit elaborate flames of hell's cockpits. Deadly gauntlet, warships of the apocalypse. Mother Earth tied hostage in the devil's coffin. I stay watching.
The most watched footage live from satellite. Orbit in my space, almost hypnotized. On the rise from the cries of patterned lives. Repetitious loop that I produce and visualize. Civilized, compressed, no surprise. Doubt with the fact and capitalized. Known compromise in the scene of real lies. Wise notes from the grime. Taking my time, I gotta push from time to time. It's crunch time in the search of crime. I must broadcast real time. 2013 state of mind.
In every country of the world, in every language, every means of electronic communication was jammed with the message. The warning was dimmed into the ears of the Earth's population unceasingly for 12 hours. When the telephone and telegraph systems had failed and the radio networks were forced to bear the burden alone, they too succumbed to interference known to originate in an increasing disturbance in airwaves. The world, crippled by these events, waited for the first sign of an invasion.
Sound, resonance, frequency, primordially the sound, somehow connects us to understanding higher levels of consciousness. And that is a beautiful philosophy that I'd like to share with everybody.
My vocals drowning in this melody. We flood your ears with chemistry. We bending keys over medley. You hear the slave philosophy. Tuning up the string. Ozmik strums the prime velocity. My thumb drive approaches mass capacity. Our quality is factory. Combining tunes with mastery. Create the raw substantially. Gradually composing our originality. Transfer frequencies. Respect the love and show from family. Hernandez line up, brother way I was placed up in this galaxy. Morales other side of the family tree. Kieda's in the top. He's feeling life up a memory. Hip hop got the best of me. and audio encoding. Man, no drive still enclosing. Constant truth and never imposing. On a fake luxury, I'm demoting. Down a path I sprinted, mostly still flowing solely for the purpose. Got a boot to spray and capture my recording. Your base opinion according to the lack of violence showing. Cause 8 out of 10 all is line when they quoting. This image still was cloning. Now you understand the contribution I'm devoting. My time is precious, product outcome is worth holding. Never folding, I was raised through this underground era. These days been days, but be slave to reach his greatest endeavor. Built by your previous age, and his style I never weathered. The hustle in the breaks was building, enhancing the process, getting sharper than ever. I remember the huddles, ciphers 40 ounce, bass bounce, aerosol, artists packing tightly in duffels. Still inspiring formation, sending constant out my tunnel. Completion with patience, increase the visions while I guzzle. A 30 pack and a couple instrumental, repeating on shuffle. My name had cost some feathers to ruffle. Question my struggle, that critique only enhancing the trouble. Primal wave still increases the mental, bounce the dream, trade investments to double. Slurring out the verse, I dedicate this rhythm directly to muscle. In the industry, filtering the quality with a muzzle. You know the people wanna hear that under the train. Trussle, trussle.
The country belongs to the people. The land belongs to its people. The water, the minerals, the airwaves, the forests, and everything in the country belongs to the people. They've turned the people into their slaves.
They looked into the skies to understand their place in creation, and the movement of the stars told them one thing. They were at the center of the universe.
As I sharpen these tools with the scalpel, the shavings drop shed, sharing life with this natural process that leave. Push pencils in trees, cast off the covering, translating lead through the breeze. Fluidly and moderately, my view increase. With these wild multi-tracking waves with kings, I brought forth the stream, their most only dream. Building up a mainframe, program slave fiend. One discovering, two absorbing, third still exploring the depth of a timely primal story. Subject to the sound that your mind's still ignoring, face that you're knowing, the voice that you're quoting. Still raining, pouring, still in SK recording. Interchange in your playlist is ongoing. It's going nowhere. We got a surplus of audible sensation to spare. North Star connection legends here to riddle the snare. Motivation for your hearing impaired. Original declare. Spare all the hatred for your current affairs.
Up there is the North Star, and it's almost exactly aligned with the Earth's spin axis, which means that as the Earth rotates, all the stars rotate through the sky.
Yeah. Faith is not a theory, it's a fact. The like repel and opposite attract. I represent the opulence of rap, and metropolis were black, and my documents intact. The pessimist persists, but the optimist is back. Biggie Smalls, the gist, Tupacalyst attack. The prophets live and act, the rocket ships crack. I keep it in the pocket, Mike Jack. Yo, the best in the West, and Davy Crockett of that. I hear you bitching, you baby, stop and spread. My flow is gravy, and maybe got what you lack. I'm loved by the ladies who pay me, I'm on the Mac. And that's yes, we're making that green. People always ask, what the hell does that mean? Around the way, they couldn't understand. Now one homeboy became a man. All day long, we scream and shout. One by one, I'm knocking them out. What? Christ bearer, indubitably without a doubt. My daddy's from the east, my mama from the south. We in the house, we in the house, we in the house, we in the house, we in the house.
Woke up this morning at about noon, realized I had to be
me and Bellflower soon. So I hooked up with Primal to create that digital vinyl. This North Star shit is heavenly tribal. Use it for survival, it'll straighten your game and keep the punk ass devils out of your lane. It's the Master College Knowledge Cypher, here to strike you, to open up that third eye in your brain. Cause without Allah, things will never change. To have you dusted, busted, disgusted, untrusted in all walks of life and discussions. North Star, motherfucker.
Los Angeles County Jail late night, Germanium sports me this light. Vitamin water parasite, nigga, do you think I have stage fright? 5 gallons height, Superman was irresponsible because there was some shit in space he wouldn't fight. 5 waves, 5 days, space cage, mountain, slave cave. My estate, December 29th, is a forest long grave night. The Carnival Hill Steed, nightmare horses, the husky. If the body chart you see before you would only believe in something. An axe fell in the river, and a video princess weeps, nothing. A gun, alcohol, and superior drinkability. You were trapped midnight on Danger Island before you go to sleep. A painted turtle, the heart's electrocardiogram screen. Loop master locust, night forest, nothing. Unlocked watchers, stalkers, lights, the gillmen in the orbit of betrayal focus. I'm saying robot, done, gun, magic wand, hocus pocus. I think I found a diamond and wonder where the envelope is. Dead kids rumble dark like greasers and soldiers. I cause explosions like my jump pie and DJ Sith. Stolen face from Dick Tracy, money face, splinter face, wait, web face, calm face. We leave you lost upon cave. Wait, the shot deer in the blue woods may live for 2 days.
Reindeer games with Holocaust and Primal slave. Meant to shower brainstorm rain. Watch reality slip away, swirl down drains. Arch of days a miraculous way. Escape the maze. Modern waves from yesterday's crossfades. Switchblade, split track 2 ways. The raw pace, Los Angeles late. And just struggling, peak gains. Beat strange, discreet change. Escape range. Swerve cross multiple lanes. For comes the pain fame. Old school days seem to never drift away. Spoken pictures portray. Prime individual retain. Prepare collapse insane. Hobby in the craftsman straight. Behind clouds paraphrase. Realization of production enhanced throughout the decade. Built for frustrate. Release a slave tape. Reveal my drive state. CA grades. My dues been raised but still create the melees.
I'm all for you, body and soul.
spit. Who destroys their own rocky monument? I live 7,500 years to unravel my eternal travels. We are not here holding picket fence spears to uphold a desert cowboy on his crowded saddle. And I pay attention to no chassel. You'd be judged by myself. Put your earthly torment record on your war prep shelf. Military reserves holding weapons in all the herds. Know your people, look out my peephole, and discover how in 2 seconds I can be lethal. Recognize and hear your own plan. I used to post up in the third world clan, just as bad as Iran and more dangerous than Afghanistan. In an Aurora, unknown present day overseas spaceship jets. The Greys have been running drills for 15 years and having no regrets. You can catch a leprechaun in a net and not in Ireland. I fight fires like a fireman and chase a Sasquatch up a higher spin and hide in fear from the Blair Witch because she's a horse pig and she comes dark home, chants earthly torment and then gets feed upon while an Asian animal runs across the lawn. The alignment of the Milky Way, 3 days of darkness and the dimensions from the third to the fifth.
As I persist to bring what you miss, my boy born pre-man with the iron fist. E.T. infiltrating scenes of a picture depicting what the crowd missed. Play the turntable hiss, not the snake who promised a voice with a misleading drift. As I sift through prolific past gifts, given as a sign to the wise for the most lift. Cause we're one worthy, the torment worldly wide, seen it cross-eyed. I'm 20/20 bullseye, I bone it dry and painted wet. Not much more to add to this intellect. We 50-50 with the blood, rain and sweat, slaving for our debt. It's just the torment and we're all for you when we represent Zen.
There's nothing that can be done now.
Do you realize what you're saying? Well, you're telling me that I'm dead.
Do you think you can explain my life away in just a few words? Why, I don't even know who you are. Why should I believe you?
You must calm yourself. We want to offer you every assistance that we can.
Assistance? Who wants your assistance? Who wants anything from you? You're nothing but a couple of ponies.
With the force at my fingertips, I'm ready to rip. Let an instrument and consciousness become the interest. No physical limitation in my zone to conflict. Dragging weight for a while, we watch that training inflict. Reflecting patterns from a glance, now you realize the glitch. In the prime slave, but too late, the maintenance was fixed. Cleansed up and wound up, living interaction through mix. Waking up the senses with aggression and fix. Appearance of deception was embedded like bricks. Attempts to break it through was building callous and scripts. With no resist, the wrist was steady jotting lyric. And response from the critic got me balling a fist. But see, they'll never dismiss. This true art is a gift and never selling out for neither figures or wits. Was presented as a kid, constant slaver ever since. Building up a platform for that primal to exist. I've gone through the motion, blocked all distortion. Contribute original mentality and portion. Comparing to none, creation of drum. Follow the tempo, the string Ozmik One. Gone through the motion, blocked all distortion. Contribute original mentality and portion. Comparing to none, creation of drum. Follow the tempo, the string Ozmik One. My life is a switch, relay light and pitch. Darkness changing daily incident. Paid slave increment, permanent deficit. Struggle that the man implement coexists in the hearts of us the peasants. It's never pleasant when worlds get flipped, wires get tripped, ultimate reality feeling fixed. Now back to the mix, the tricks of the trade. Started with swift kicks and walls being defaced. This movement was embraced, translated through cassette tape. Studying the great, scratching crates through the decade of life escapade. No choice but to tolerate. Through smooth vibe I demonstrate the jock styles evaporate. No leg to stand on, original on prolong. Click upon the icon, reveal organic song. /.com bombs and crashing drives with mics on. Had me introduced to assignments it was on. Gone through the motion, blocked all distortion. Contribute original mentality and portion. Comparing to none, creation of drum. Follow the tempo, the string Ozmik One. Gone through the motion, blocked all distortion. Contribute original mentality and portion. Comparing to none, creation of drum. Follow the tempo, the string Ozmik One.
What's the matter with him? What's the matter with him? He's flipped. The music's driving him crazy. The music's driving him crazy. I don't think you fully understand.
Primal from a glass, working slave to advance.
I didn't create this situation, I'm dealing with it. I didn't create this situation, I'm dealing with it. They get him, they can get you. They get you, they get closer to me, and that can't happen. They get you, they get closer to me, and that can't happen.
The jesters dance will entertain the kingdom's branch of corrupt mansions. Witness rap here to bring expansion to the foretold bones of zones. You can never leave me alone, close to the Pacific Ocean. Entertainment circuits posted with the bearded lady and 60 million painted clowns. Go metro and pay for the petrol. I never let you go of the rental. You guys are all mental as you switch the faces of your accidental. Cause I never have to cancel, but I do eat cheese, but I don't cheese up. We all have the gonads in this big potluck. When I overdose on alprazolam and get stuck as the chicken's plucked and the timers are never ducked. As harassment and majesty attachment, this red carpet's lasting, but the guards are trashing in the gladiator fashion and a joust to your horse's chest in a survival test in the moon's crest for witchery, or in her eyes put the listerine and her eyelids start blistering, consumed with fire with no attire, and then she gets fondled for me to admire. What's it all about?
The 15 judgment bring the 19 fallen kings unseen from 325 AD. Teaches the Constantine sin breeze. Every these affliction weave. The wisdom of Avonlea. Tin pets, Adonis things, sunbeams making flock of brown brush. Forgiveness if we, the reed, want to be. All appear before me. The Sentinels winter king. The Sentinels winter king. King, hell he, that king after past black king. Other the half-dead king, Rory king, the raggedy king, Defiance king, Dutch king, talking monkey king, heavy-laden king, fish king, revolve king, his glory king, robot facing eternity king, the green, the carnival hellsteed king, all have sinned, menace king, all appear before Matrix king, wicked god king, cat Matty king, glove, touch floor, Pizarro's teeth.
You won't find the prime king under any heat ray beam, shut down upon like white lightning, strike a match, flick upon kerosene, burn like tracks through gaze, I'm bloody, Garrick's king's mind's riding, caught by misleading, needing your mainstream cleaning house, my eyes gleaming, it felt like welts, beating into brains without what's a slave to talk about, somebody watching from a distance about inches with stealth, I could've went a different route, but practicing paint pictures without, revealing destinations in doubt, pouring my thoughts out, the primary spout with no drought, the storm is about to get severely aggressive, paying the same amount of attention to my bank account, for subtraction and the swindling counts, Dracula's bite was fat, when I pay for freedom, simple traps taken away from my kid's mouth, with no doubt, witnessing clouds help, originate the style, stamina and health, protected by an undisputable bout, kings and jokers is what I was dealt, the bone was felt, through vast big lands upon Los Angeles shelf.
Peace, Slave.
What's cracking?
Yeah, we off that tablet now.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna record some shit, Gabe. I'm down with it. I really don't have much. I don't have a lot of time, but the time that I do keep, I try to make the best of it, you know what I mean? Surviving, that's it. We're almost the same time zone. I don't throw it away. I've had so many people tell me, I'm gonna be doing this. It doesn't matter. People look at it like a business point, you know what I mean? I don't. This is everyday shit. I can be chilling right here. I'll make music today, tomorrow, as long as the motherfucker's here, you know what I mean? Like painting this shit. I don't get up and be like, yo, I want to go paint this wall. If I just happen to have enough cash, guess what? I'm going to go paint me a wall. Go ahead and name it what you want. You know, I'm going to you know me, I stay a fugitive lifestyle. So my name has got to change, but everybody knows above all of it is still Gary. Sorry, Gary, what?
Little knowledge is dangerous, too much now it's lethal. The reversible place, placebo. Government evil, revolving to an eel. Behind the door made of steel, pays through the creel. More than one eye to unveil. Easy on the word, cause the tongue will kill. Forcing the void, hate by your own common gabble. We have a shackle, control being remote. That's law, good faith to fall under hope. I'm in society, traced by the rule. Embodied in armies, insurrections, running down high mountains. Liberate the slave when drums are silent. I maintain and continuing actions. Keep your lyrics in square perfection. A reasonable speaker strength. Unregulated, ill-regulated. Forcing the void, hit by your own common gabble.
So I supply your ride with the waves through a drastic climate. Segregated through a hostile fashion. Captions illustrate confinement. These minds sedated, caged and gated with restrictions evaded. To survive it, override the codes, upload. Troubleshot never subsided. Transfer through the internet lines if that's required. The aerosol audio, Angelus, legend holding down his environment. Adapted, never letting go of entitlement. It was relevant to include this regiment. Since the notion fused the elements. Since 99 the vision was immaculate. Mystic formed the camp, primal production, the grid analyst. Slave catalyst, capture harmonious. Stonies, beats and still complete the state victorious. Lucci requested that war chief and
Son
glorious.
is the colonel, gripping hot lead in the inferno. A walking shadow in the valley of fallen angels. I move slow down the crossroads of FIFO. Delete foes with the crossbow and arrow that unfolds. Muzzle shots from the barrel. A psycho, kamikaze aiming the red scope to unload bullets, marking names on headstones. The headstrong motherfuckers get their heads blown. You all know shit can turn bloody in a second. Crucifying victims with flames of hell's kitchens. I'm your man, roll from the kid with the blade tongue, descendant of the fifth